Yeah, yeah, it gets like that.
What did it take to get Leach in your video?
Oh no, you know, I've been on him for probably a year. You know what I mean? It's just, but the timing had to be right. We just couldn't have a Coach Leach appearance just for any win. I think it was a hard-fought win. It wasn't, you know, the season's over type of win, but it was a hard-fought win, and we were proud of, and so it worked out.
Did he kind of resist it at first, the concept of being in the video, or?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Coach Leach is all in.
Yeah. Just kind of generally, what did the defense do to kind of show some resolve last night and kind of set the tone in the fourth quarter when you guys started to make that comeback?
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing, those guys just kept on plugging away. They didn't get discouraged. You know, obviously the game wasn't going the way maybe you planned out, but we always planned for adversity to happen, and it did right from the beginning all the way through. So I think the biggest thing we were able to do is get that football back. That's always probably the hugest deciding factor week in and week out.
Especially when you can score two defensive touchdowns. I mean, that doesn't happen very often, right?
No. You know, we challenged those guys the night before, you know, about getting their hands on that ball any way they can, and so to come away with 2 scores on that side of the ball, obviously we're proud of our guys, and we just got to keep working.
And how about Frankie's performance? I think had 2.5 sacks and recovered the fumble and seemed to be present there all night.
Lights out, man. You know, he played fast and didn't do anything extra. Just did what he's been coached to do and what his ability allows him to do. And that's what we tell all our guys. You know, the plays will come if you just do what you're supposed to do and be locked in and take advantage of those opportunities, which he did. So it was good to see from him.
Did you challenge him to do anything different between game 1 and game 2? I guess what was the difference between his first 2 games?
Well, I think we're just totally different styles of offense you're playing. You know, it was kind of tough that first week. They were running the ball so much and a lot of different formations and things like that. So this week had its own challenges as well. But again, we were able to get them into some third downs and, you know, kind of crank it up in your ears a little bit. And those guys took advantage. So that was definitely good to see. But again, that one's done now and on to the next one.
It seems like up front Hercules can kind of command so much attention, Daniel, that maybe it frees up a guy like Frankie to make big plays. Does that seem to be the case 2 games into the season?
No question. I think any team we play is going to know where 50's at all times because he's just so good up front, you know, getting penetration and just really making plays in that backfield. So we're lucky to have him.
Just the nature of that victory, the fans coming onto the field, triple overtime. It was almost midnight by the time it was over. Have you been a part of anything like that?
You know what? Nothing quite like that one. You know, it was just so many highs and lows. It was truly a roller coaster. You know, this is a game that these seniors especially, but everybody that was a part of it, fans included, will never forget this game. You know what I mean?
It can be kind of something that maybe takes a while to move on from for certain teams. Of course, you guys have to play a game next week. Do you think this is a team that's able to kind of move past it pretty quickly, despite the magnitude of the win and how crazy it was?
I do, and you know, I think every win is a great win, but we have to keep in perspective. You know, that was week 2. You know, we got 10 more weeks of football to play, and so we can't be riding so high and mighty. We're excited. You know, we are proud of our guys, and I know they're excited about finishing, and I think the biggest thing you take from that game is when you have those moments later in the season, you know what I mean, of adversity or when, you know, things aren't looking great, you just remember those moments and say, hey, we can fight through it, you know what I mean? We've battled, we've been here before, and we're battle tested. So
what time did you finally get to bed? I guess this morning, not last night.
It had to be about 3 a.m.
Yeah. Was it hard to sleep? I'm sure your mind's kind of running through the different plays and just the nature of the comeback and 21 points down.
Yeah, definitely. We were still kind of jittery, just on a high, so to speak, you know, because again, it was just such an emotional victory. But I think the nerves are settling down now. I'm just looking forward to looking at Oregon State and getting ready for this new week.
Yeah.